Activa tu voz. Activate it now.
Speak up, speak out. Get involved, get involved.
Engage-toi.
Take action.
Aktiviere deine Stimme.
We're union and we're proud.
Welcome to Activate Live. I'm Delane Adams, a communications representative here at the Machinist Union headquarters in Upper Marlboro, Maryland. On today's show, Bob Wood will join us to discuss the recent IAM 2020 presidential endorsement process as well as the results. We also have Tanya Hutchins join us live from the Coalition of Labor Union Women's Leadership for Skills from Atlanta, Georgia. And don't forget, you can comment at any time during the show. But first, let's catch us up on the news of the week. At least 24 people lost their lives recently when a powerful tornado hit the Nashville area. This storm caused heavy damage to homes and buildings in the area. IAM members in Tennessee stepped right up to help a fellow IAM member from Local 735 who lost his home in the storm. In the words of GVP Ricky Wallace, he said, "Tennessee is my home. So you don't have to tell me about the caliber of the IAM members who live and work there. The union families in the areas around Nashville take care of each other and the community, no matter the situation. Local 2385 is a prime example of that. That's how it will always be. The machinists will always step up for others." Thank you for those words, GVP Wallace. And please keep the members in Tennessee in your prayers. And in the March edition of the Aero Mechanic from District 751, 17 IAM members were honored for completing the IAM Boeing Joint Apprenticeship Program. Congratulations to the 2019 apprenticeship graduates. And again, thank you for Connie for putting out such an excellent IAM newsletter from District 751. And also in recent news, the World Health Organization has declared the coronavirus pandemic, signaling that health experts believe efforts should be focused less on containing the virus and more on stockpiling materials and getting hospitals ready to handle the influx of patients. Please check our website for the latest on the coronavirus. This is affecting many of our members in different sectors throughout the world. And don't forget, if you want to hear more stories like this, please subscribe to the iMail at goiam.org. Again, sign up for iMail, go to goiam.org. And now, live from Atlanta, joining us is Tanya Hutchins. Tanya, how are you?
Doing well, Delane. This is the first day that women are from all over the country are arriving here in Atlanta for the Coalition of Labor Union Women's National Executive Board meeting and the Leadership Skills Conference. So today the National Officers Council met, which includes our own Rhonda Rogers. She's the IAM Women's Department Director. Tomorrow is when meetings take place and we have the National Executive Board meeting, which includes all of the delegates from around the country, including me. I'm one of the delegates for the IAM. Terry Mayette is here from District 751 in Washington State. And we also, I have a shirt here to show you that everyone gets at registration. It's really historical because Olga Madar was the founding president of CLUW in 1974. Addie Wyatt, her name is also on there, and she was also just integral to the founding of CLUW. And Gloria Johnson was a past president. So it says in the name of all these wonderful trailblazing women, Union Women Vote, because this is a big presidential election year, and here at CLUW they want to make sure that everyone takes part. So there will be a leadership skills conference taking place Friday and Saturday. There are lots of workshops taking place. Let me just give you an idea of a few of them. Courageous conversations. You know, it's hard to have a lot of difficult situations, difficult conversations, but we have to have them. None of us are free is another workshop. Get out the vote. Knowledge is power. Know your constitution for your union. And then there are also additional workshops like put your house in order, you know, building from the inside out, run for office, not for coffee. There are women here in CLUW who have not only run for office in their chapters, they've run for office in their unions and in their cities. So they're trying to get a jump on that and give women the support that they need. Also, change the world one vote at a time. and threat to fair election. So these are just some of the workshops that will be taking place on Friday and Saturday. So as I said, women are just starting to arrive from all over the nation. Meetings are taking place today and tomorrow, and we're really excited. And I forgot to tell you one thing about Addie Wyatt, who's on the t-shirt. Although Olga Madara was the first elected president of CLUW, it was Addie Wyatt who gave that first keynote speech in 1974. And there's a lot more information about all of these trailblazing women from the Coalition of Labor Union Women on the website, which is CLUW.org. So we're looking forward to a momentous week. All of the women here are really excited here in Atlanta. And we hope to see more women get involved in their chapters around the country. We do have new chapters that are forming every year to empower women. And we have young women here as well who are in their 20s and getting involved and being trained for leadership positions. So that's all from Atlanta, Delane. We hope to give you some more information later on when it's done.
Well, before we go, we want to say happy birthday. It's your special day today.
Oh.
So
Thank you.
We definitely appreciate
I'm over the
you.
hill.
And, no, not at all. We can't wait for you to get back. I know I can.
Thank you.
All right, thank you, Tanya. And joining me now is IAM Communications Director Bob Wood to discuss the IAM 2020 endorsement process.
Well, thanks, Delane, and thanks for filling in for Tanya. And, you know, it's great that we've got a lot of talent here, that you have the ability to do this too and can fill in. I know you love doing it. And, you know, it's one of those, and we do miss Tanya. But I think you're going to be with us for, you can't say Tanya's going to be here next week this time, can you?
Yeah, no,
you're
it looks like a couple of weeks.
Filling in for a little while, but you're doing a great job. And of course, everybody here at headquarters in our communications department is fantastic. I want to shout out to Joe Heckman over there running the engineering, and he always does a great job for us. But yeah, we had a huge announcement last Sunday. We were all here in the office.
Let's talk about it.
Yeah, we had a vote of our membership, and they endorsed Joe Biden for president.
Okay.
And this was something that has been in the making for a long time. Bob Martinez, international president, said that he had been approached by one of our members shortly after he took office in 2016 and said, you know, why don't we get a voice in how we endorse the president? And you know, the IAMs, you know, all unions do it. All organizations do it. You know, we have to realize how important politics is for us, for unions. I mean, they're doing things right now like trying to privatize Amtrak. You know, unions have to be involved in politics. What was it, last year in Boston, the governor and everybody tried to shut down and privatize the Boston bus mechanics. And we were able to mobilize and fight that. So it's very important we're involved. But Bob wanted to do this differently. And he came to us and he said, we want to find a way to let our members have the voice to make the decision in how to vote. So the communications department worked with him, and the executive council bought in, and we found the best way to do this. What we did to start off with is we went to a third-party company that does nothing but online elections, and they're even able to do National Labor Relations Board elections and things like that. So,
and this process started at the beginning of 2019, correct?
Right. Oh yeah. Well, we know it started in 2018. We started looking at this and figuring out how we could do it and everything. And so we ended up figuring out how this was going to work, that it was going to be something that's on a separate website that people went to voted. And this company has a lot of credibility, and they ran the election, we did not. And then they gave us, you know, we started out with our website, which was IAM2020.org. And in May, of last year at the legislative conference, International President Martinez laid this out. And in our summer IAM journal, Bob had a letter, his letter that always is in the front of the journal, and it even had a deal down here at the bottom explaining how to sign up. And he explained the story of why he wanted to do it. And so it was announced then.
So every member receives this journal?
Right. Every member of the United States, if they've got your address right, receives the journal. So if you're not getting these, you should get with your Secretary Treasurer at your local and make sure they have your correct address. Okay? And so we sent it out. This went out in May 2019, and people started signing up. Since then, we started and at that time we started the website, iam2020.org, and you were able to go on there and sign up at that time. Since then, we've done Facebook. Of course, we had it immediately on this show, had it on Facebook, had it in our iMail. You know, you mentioned iMail earlier. That's, if you want to know what's going on, it's a twice-a-week email you get from the IAM. You can go to goiam.org, sign up for it. So we've been doing that since May. And talking about it, the important thing about this is we did not want to put our finger on the scale or anything. We wanted this to be a fair and free vote for our membership. So our membership could tell us who they wanted us to endorse, and then we would back that endorsement. Now, what we were doing is every candidate, both parties, were on the ballot. And of course, we had lots of candidates drop out in the meantime and everything. I mean, we had decided the best time to have this vote was after Super Tuesday. And of course, several candidates, and actually, two candidates, Bloomberg dropped out because we had it up for 48 hours to vote after we started on Wednesday and ended it on Friday morning. And Bloomberg dropped out shortly after we started, so his name stayed on the ballot. You could still vote, but it said withdrawn. Okay. Then in the middle of it, Elizabeth Warren dropped out, so we did the same thing. And so the votes came out, and we said from the beginning we'd only have one candidate we're endorsing. We're not doing a dual endorsement or anything like that. And so what would happen then, we had the candidate from the Democratic side and the candidate from the Republican side that got the most votes. Oh, and by the way, then I'm not going to back up too much, but Our Voice, Our Choice, this was in our last, the winter 2019 issue. Okay.
So a lot of opportunities for members to find out about this
and
process.
what we did on this, one of the things you had to have was your book number.
Okay.
And not everybody immediately knows their book number. So we worked with the printer that prints, the union printer that prints the journal and everything. And on your mailing label, you had your book number on your mailing label, and the article on the back page explained, just go up to your mailing label and you have your book number so you can register. So we've done this every which way we could to let our membership know by social media, by our iMail, by the IAM Journal. A lot of locals, their local newsletter and things, their local Facebooks, all had this information on there. Our members were sharing this all over the place. So we did our very best to let everybody, no matter how you feel about this, have the capability. And when even with the press, so this was an article in Politico,
I remember, yeah,
that came out in May of last year explaining that this is a new endorsement process that nobody else is doing. Yeah. And let me be clear, no other union is doing this like this.
And that's, yes.
Okay.
We were applauded by people on the outside of our union for doing this process.
Exactly, and to have it, and so what we did then on Sunday, they took the two top vote getters, the top vote getter on the Democratic side, on the Republican side. You can go to our website, the goiam.org, and it says, it shows the results of the election, which was Joe Biden and Donald Trump. And over 2/3 of our membership voted on the Democratic side in this. And so the state council presidents decided between the two top vote getters. Okay. They did not, they had Joe Biden, which was the Democratic choice, and Donald Trump, which is the Republican choice. They chose Joe Biden. And so that is what our endorsement is. And then we'll stick with this endorsement. At this point, it looks like maybe Vice President Biden will get the nomination. If he does not, and it's somebody else, it turns out to be somebody else, then the state council presidents will get together for our final endorsement before November. But after the convention for the Democratic Party.
And I saw Joe had the graphic up
Right.
from HuffPost again.
Yeah, and let's talk about the Huffington Post, and that was really something. That article came out, and it was interesting. The article says the IAM used to do its endorsement like other unions, but overhauled the system after the 2016 election. And it says many other, of course, our union jumped out early last time for Hillary Clinton, the eventual nominee, but a lot of our members were upset on how that was done. And we're the union that decided to we announced a new process, and we encouraged members to register to vote. The voting's overseen by an independent third party. And, the article praises us for having such a democratic way to choose our endorsement. And I understand, we all understand, some members, wanted other people. But this was the way that our members got to speak.
Democratic process.
And we did everything. Hopefully, if we ever do this again, even more members will sign up and we'll do it. But we tried to give all of our members the chance to do this. And I'm really proud of the way it came out. I think it's great. I've always been one of those folks that really believe in the democratic process. Back when I was at Local 774 in Wichita, Kansas, I worked a lot of those elections. And it was exciting to see, but I always wanted it for the person that the most people voted for to be the winner, whether it was somebody I supported or not. I was for a free and fair, and that's what this union's about. We're one of the most democratic unions in the labor movement, and that's something to be very proud of for all of our members. And I just want our members to understand it's important. It's very important for us to be involved, and it's important for the union to have this say, but for us to be the one union that put it in our membership's hands. That's something to celebrate.
It is. It is.
So we're moving forward now. The union has endorsed Joe Biden, and we'll see how the elections come out. And it's important. And so as I wanted all of our members to sign up and vote in this endorsement process, now the important part comes. For one thing, if you still have primaries, make sure you're registered. Go vote. And the most important part is to vote in November. Once again, our union's not telling anyone how to vote. That's always on your conscience. That's up to you. But we decided to democratically give our endorsement. And so we'll see what happens. We need to, this is an important election year. There's all kinds of crazy things happening. We're all worried about the situation with the coronavirus you mentioned earlier. That's causing a lot of disruption in our industries.
In our industries, correct.
And so how it's important for us our union to have a say in how the government handles these things.
Yeah, our members are on the front line.
They're on the front line. The airlines, manufacturing, all this stuff. So it's important to be involved. It's important not only for our union to be involved, but for every member to be involved. And that's what I hope that people take from this, is to get involved and make your voice heard and move forward.
Yeah, and I would encourage everybody to read President Martinez's letter, you know, about this process, about us all coming together now to unite and move forward. So I really appreciate it, but I wanted to make sure that everybody, and like I say, we've been doing it on this show, for instance, and telling people about it. So it came out, it worked out. Definitely our the voting system worked very well. We're really happy with that. So. Yeah, I know everybody's working hard. Yourself, Jonathan, Kylie, Ross, everybody in the department.
We got a great communications department. We've worked hard to be more and more effective in getting the word out to our membership and having things like the IAM Journal, which I'm really proud of, award-winning. These are, if you don't read the journal, don't let it sit there, because these are fantastic articles. It's a member-centered publication that tells what's going on with our members down in the cities and states on the shop floor. And it's a great publication. We have, once again, this show, we are still the only, we've been doing this 3 years now.
Wow. Yeah.
And this is the only weekly hosted show of any union on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. So let your fellow members know about this, and you can always come on later. And so really proud of it, and really proud of the job that everybody in this department, in this union's doing.
Really want to also thank all the communicators out there in the territories for getting the word out about this endorsement process.
That's right.
I know there are a lot of Facebook shares and Twitter mentions about this process.
Each territory has a territory communicator, and those folks are, I was a territory communicator before coming here, and those folks are so important to let people know in their area what's going on. And they all have Facebook pages you can go to and see what's going on and be involved. But get involved.
Get involved.
Okay, we got some here. Delane, you want to?
Oh, Randy Irwin from Neffy. I'm proud of the process that was used. Congratulations, machinists, on helping the members make what is really an important decision for this union. And again, Randy Irwin, president from Neffy IAM, who's affected every day and currently dealing with a situation where politics matter.
It really matters, because what's happened is government workers' rights are being taken away, their rights to have a union, their rights to workplace protections. And we're fighting to keep those. So,
yeah, thank you, Randy, for weighing in.
So I really appreciate you having me on, Delane.
Oh, no.
And thanks for, we shouldn't have done that. Oh. We should not have done that, okay?
It's this or,
yeah. So anyway, but everybody be safe out there. And we're gonna go wash our hands right now.
Yes.
And, but be safe and keep your family safe. And let's take care of the working people of America like we always do.
Yes, I agree with you. Definitely have to, again, be thinking about those responders out there and everybody on the front line dealing with this serious situation with the coronavirus. So thanks a lot, Woody. And we'll continue to check comments. Again, we're glad that everybody wants to weigh in on this show and the endorsement process. And again, Adam, thank you. Awesome show. Proud to be an IAM member. Or Aiden, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, it was Adam. Okay. My glasses. Apologize.
Deborah Walker Hubbard. I really like the show. Thanks. Thank you, Deborah. We appreciate that.
And Adam, I owe you a redo, but I'm messing up your name. So, yeah. But thanks for watching. And this week in labor history, March 4th, 1989, machinists strike Eastern Airlines, soon joined by flight attendants and pilots in this nationwide walkout. This was a major strike around the nation Again, this week in labor history, March 4th, 1989. Yeah, no Lorenzo. Those are the signs. If you had the opportunity to go to W3, you see a lot of that around in the display cases. So it's a very important time in labor history. And registrations are due March 23rd for the Financial Officers Program at the W3 Center. On April 6th, Retirees Assistance Program. April 10th, Basic Communicators. And April 13th, the Women's Advanced Program. And upcoming Machinist State Council meetings. March 21st, the Massachusetts State Council in Dorchester. March 28th, the Arizona State Council in Tucson. And March 29th to April 1st is the Missouri State Council in Jefferson City. And April 3rd to April 5th is a New England State Council meeting in Mystic, Connecticut. Again, we want to thank everybody for joining us for another edition of Activate Live. Really want to thank Joe Heckman for producing this show as always. And again, Tanya won't be back next week, so you'll have to deal with me again one more week, but I'll be here in this chair. Can't wait to see you. Again, thanks for tuning in. Remember, organize, organize, and organize some more. Thank you.